Trejo. From Fayetteville, North Carolina, Trooper Adams. From Meadows of Dan, Virginia, Trooper Mayberry. From Fayetteville, North Carolina, Trooper Metzger. From Crystal City, Texas, Sergeant Ibarra. From San Diego, California, Corporal Menzies. From Tyler, Texas, Staff Sergeant Gold. From Muscatine, Iowa, Trooper Ocampo. From Yakima, Washington, Trooper Darbyson. From Valdelia, Georgia, Trooper Calder. And I am Trooper Murphy from Tomball, Texas, with the United States Army, 1st Cavalry Division, Horse Cavalry Detachment. On behalf of Lieutenant General Paul E. Funk II, Commander of 3 Corps and 4 Hood, and Major General Calvert, Commander of the 1st Cavalry Division, I would like to welcome you to today's mounted cavalry demonstration. For over 200 years, the cavalry has served as the United States as its most mobile, versatile form of combat. In fact, the cavalry is still known as a combat armored precision. The 1st Cavalry Division was formed by combining 4 of the U.S. cavalry regiments to help settle the West after the Civil War. Serving the public for the past 4 decades, the horse detachment has traveled throughout the United States, appearing upon request in ceremonies, parades, rodeos, and other various celebrations, to include the inaugural parades of our former presidents, Ronald Reagan and George W. Bush, as well as our current president, Donald J. Trump. As tradition dictates, we have attempted to keep our mounts matched in size and color with the minimum amount of white markings. All of our horses are saddle broke before being accepted by the detachment, yet it is found that not all horses adapt to this type of work. With the mechanization of the 20th century, new challenges came forth that forever changed the face of war. As war became more and more technically advanced, it became harder to make effective use of our horses, and so sadly we had to retire the faithful mounts that served us so well. But today, even though we may drive a tank or fly a helicopter, the heritage we bear has not been forgotten. In fact, we keep our mounts with us, constantly reminding us, even though the face of war may shift and change,
stand ready!
Still, we are the cavalry. Close Order Drill Demonstrating, a part of the School of the Soldier Mounted, taken from the Army's Cavalry Drill and Tactics Manual dated 1874. During the demonstration, the commander will lead the demo team through various drill movements. Movements will be conducted at a walk, a trot, a gallop, and negotiated in files, as well as columns of 2s and 4s. First drill movement by 2s from the right, left, and right will bring the troopers into columns of 2s. The next command, 4 4s, will place the detachment into a column of 4s. 4s right, left, front to a line, places the detachment on line with the commander and the guide bearer in the center. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the inverted wagon wheel. The troopers pivot in the center and ranks pass between each other in the opposite directions. Ladies and gentlemen, let's hear it for the cavalry. The detachment will now conduct a counter-column movement. This drill is used to reverse the direction of the detachment. course of the previous drill is twos to the center, left and right about. This drill is the wagon wheel, where the riders and mounts perform a wheeling movement in unison. Coming out of the wagon wheel, the detachment will turn into a column of twos in preparation for the next drill. Drill is used circles by file, where each file connects two circles to the left and right as each rider meets up with their partner at the center of the course. Coming out of the circle, the detachment will again form into a column of twos in preparation for the next drill. Crisscross. It is formed of two columns of troopers galloping figures of 8 in opposite directions, thereby crossing paths at the center of the course. Coming out of the crisscross, the commander will prepare for the cavalry drill, in which the command team rides off to the left rear, while the rest of the demonstration team rides to the right front. The separate elements will gallop through figures of 8, with the command element passing through the center of the demonstration team. Bringing the demonstration team back together, the commander will direct files left and right in preparation for individual and team weapon drills. Demonstration, horse detachment personnel will perform the weapon utilization skills common to the U.S. Cavalry during the Indian Wars period. Their weapons were the 1873 Springfield Carbine, the 1873 Colt single-action revolver, and the 1860 light cavalry saber. A cavalry trooper maintained his flexibility and mobility through the use of the 1873 Springfield Carbine trapdoor model caliber 4570. This weapon allowed the trooper to fight mounted and dismounted and provided an excellent standoff capability of 200 yards. Demonstrating the carbine today is our first out, Trooper Borza, our second out, First Sergeant Donaldson, our third out, Trooper Futrell, and our fourth out, Sergeant Chevalier. Our next event is single pistol. The Colt single-action caliber 45 revolver is the trooper's favorite weapon due to its 6-shot capability. The revolver has an effective range of up to 50 yards and afforded the trooper a close in-combat weapon.
I'm from Phoenix to Tulsa to the Astrodome, New York City down to San Antonio. There's boys who are riding for legendary fame, and our money's all gone, but we're still not the same. Our hearts are getting broken and our heads are getting busted. We'll always believe in the things that we
Demonstrating the revolver is Captain Nocella and First Sergeant Donaldson.
Tip our hats and wave to the crowd and ride.
ever-present saber. Designed in 1860, this saber was a modification of the 1840 model known as the old wristbreaker. The cavalrymen used this saber as a close quarters weapon to engage their opponents. The saber course is used to test the trooper's ability to engage mounted, dismounted, and prone opponents. The final target, the chopping block, is designed to test the trooper's ability to chop the target with a slashing motion at a full gallop.
Someday when you're older, someone will see that buckle hanging there on your belt. Ask you just how it felt.
Demonstrating the saber course is our first out, Captain Nocella.
Like a cowboy from the hills. Beyond
Our second out, Sergeant Casabaro.
Texas, 1880. Just like Texas.
Our third out, Sergeant Chevalier. And finishing the saber course today is our last out, First Sergeant Donaldson. The soldiers you see running around the course picking up and moving equipment are the ground crew. Without their expert knowledge and support, we could not bring you the fine performance you are seeing today. Ladies and gentlemen, let's hear for the ground crew. The next exercise you will see is the combined weapons drill. Here, two troopers will use all three weapons available to them in the order they would normally be used during combat. This exercise was used to develop teamwork and confidence among troopers and their mounts.
Every day I'm working on the Illinois River, get a half a day off with pay. Picking up barges.
Demonstrating the weapons drill is Sergeant Casabaro and Trooper Borza. The trooper's first choice is the 1873 Springfield carbine due to its range of 200 yards. And next was the 1873 Colt single-action revolver, which was the trooper's favorite weapon due to its 6-shot capability. And now the 1860 Light Cavalry Saber.
Can't you see I'm easily bothered by persistence? One step from lashing out at you. You want it to get under my skin and call yourself a friend. I've got more friends like you.
Team Sabers is our next exercise. It consists of two troopers riding side by side conducting saber battle drills. This exercise is used to develop teamwork and confidence among troopers and their mounts.
Said you want to stand there with your arms around me, but I can't feel you. It's kind of like a dream. And then you walk out with another. Lord, but y'all hit the floor. It's kind of like a dream. Said little angel with the
Demonstrating the Team Saber course is our first team, Sergeant Chevalier and Trooper Borza.
anymore. Yeah, I spent some time out with the devil, but you don't hurt me anymore. Yeah, I waste my time and I waste my money on a broken dream.
Our second team, Sergeant Casabaro and Trooper Futrell.
Baby, give me back my ring. One day you'll look said no, with your jaw on the floor. Said little angel with the bottle, I don't love you anymore. Yeah, I spent some time out with the devil, but you don't hurt me anymore.
During the 1870s, the Army needed heavy wagons to carry supplies during long outings by the cavalry. Fully loaded, the M1878 escort wagon could weigh more than 2 tons. To pull this load, the Army needed a strong and intelligent animal, the Army mule. Even though this animal has many assets, its stubborn and ornery character have produced many legends. To control this animal, the Army needed someone that was even more stubborn and ornery. Thus, the mule skinner, a legend himself. The trooper you see shooting the balloons is the swamper. It was his job to protect the wagon and its team, allowing the mule skinner to focus on driving. Our wagon is a replica of the M1878 escort and supply wagon. It was built by members of the detachment in accordance with Army specifications from the 1870s. The wagon was pulled by 2 to 4 mules or horses, depending on the availability of animals and mission requirements. Please note the colors of the wagons. They are the colors specified by the War Department during the Indian Wars period.
Too rocky by far. That's why all the folks on Rocky Top get their corn from a jar. Rocky Top, you'll always be home sweet home to me. Good old Rocky Top, Tennessee. Rocky Top, Tennessee.
Another method used by the cavalry to pick up a downed trooper was to bring a rider on his horse. The downed rider would mount the horse on the move and escape as quickly as possible. Demonstrating this method is our brave jump-up man, Trooper Cutrell, and his takedown man, Trooper Borza. And their outriders, Captain Nocella and Staff Sergeant Minor. Ladies and gentlemen, the troopers are now going to ride out in true cavalry style. But don't go away, because the team will be right back, and I will introduce them and their mounts.
Heading down south to the land of the pines. I'm thumbing my way into North Carolina, staring up the road and pray to God I see headlights. I made it down the coast in 17 hours, picking me a bouquet of dogwood flowers, and I'm hoping for rally I can see my baby tonight. So rock me, mama, like a wagon on a wheel. Rock me, mama, any way you feel. Hey, mama, rock me. Rock me, mama, like the wind and the rain. Rock me, mama, like a southbound train. Hey, mama, rock me. Running from the cold up in New England, I was born to be a fiddler in an old-time string band. My baby plays the guitar, I pick a banjo now.
and girls, I present to you the members of the 1st Cavalry Division, Horse Cavalry Detachment Demonstration Team. Our commander, riding Cobra from Albuquerque, New Mexico, Captain Nocella. Our guidon bearer, riding Pueblo from Pinizet, Pennsylvania, Trooper Borza. Riding in his last demo, Sergeant Casabaro on Reveille. Riding Rio from Ottawa, Illinois, Staff Sergeant Minor. Riding Maverick from Goldsboro, North Carolina, Trooper Futrell. Riding Snap from Coleman, Texas, Sergeant Chevalier. Riding AC Cotton from Freeport, Florida, Trooper Kutchin. Riding Charlie from Jamestown, Tennessee, Trooper Canaster. Riding in his first demo from Killeen, Texas, Sergeant McDade on Boudreaux. And our first sergeant riding Dragoon from Gatesville, Texas, First Sergeant Donaldson. Driving Pat Jane from Killeen, Texas, our mule skinner, Trooper Person. And protecting the wagon and the mules from Garland, Texas, our swamper, Staff Sergeant Limer. And last but not least, led today by Sergeant Morton from Erie, Pennsylvania, our ground crew. Ladies and gentlemen, this concludes our demonstration. Thank you for attending and have a wonderful day. If you would like a barn tour or free signed poster, please head to the front of our barn and troopers will be there to assist you shortly.